Hello learners, hope you are doing well. I Dr. Vivek from Department of Pharmacy Government Polytechnic Jalgaon is come up with the topic under pharmaceutical jurisprudence entitled Pharmaceutical Ethics. Let us talk about the learning outcome. So under that learning outcome, after watching this video, the learners will be able to define ethics. The learners will be able to differentiate ethics with law. The learners will be able to enumerate relationship of pharmacist into his job and trade, and learners will be able to ensure relationship of pharmacist in relation to medical profession. Before moving on to the further description, first of all, we must have to know about the what is ethics. So, just think about that. Try to write down your answer, take a pause and think about what is ethics. I thought you create your answer in your mind. Let us see what exactly the ethics. Ethics is a science which deals with the study of moral duties and is concerned with human conduct. It is related to human conduct and its character, and it is completely related to right or wrong human behavior. After the ethics, there will be the code of ethics. The development of code of ethics is an indication to do evaluation and growth of moral consciousness. Our moral consciousness is very important, and which will be evaluated and growth when we follow or when we develop the code of ethics into the profession. Before moving on to the description of ethics and the code of ethics, we must have to know the difference. The difference between the law and the ethics. So let us see the difference between the law and ethics one by one. The first point under that is the law is the one kind of authority instrument and which is for the rule of human conduct, and ethics is the rule by which professionals regulate action. Second point under that, if violation of this law, it is subjected to punishment. And when we are talking about the ethics, violation of the ethics is to loss of professional privilege, means complete professional identity may be lost because of unethical practices. Now, the third point under the law is law prevent the illegal practice of pharmacy. What about the ethics? But ethics prevent unethical practices of the pharmacy, and that can cause grave risk of life, and that's why we must have to avoid the unethical practices. The fourth point under that is the law prevent the sale of substandard quality of the drug. But here in the ethics, the sale of substandard quality of the drug and its cheaper rate is restricted through the ethics or a code of ethics. So you must have to follow the ethics and follow the ethics of personal as well as professional ethics. Then only you can do the right practice under the such a wonderful or a serving profession, that is healthcare profession of pharmacist. Let us see the before moving on to the pharmaceutical code of ethics. First of all, we must have to know the code of ethics. So you also think about that. But let us see what is exactly the code of ethics. Code of ethics is a carefully formulated system of principle or a rule of practice for the guidance of the particular group of individual, such as the members of a profession, members of any of the profession. Now here we are talking about the pharmacy profession, then the set of standard created for the pharmacy professional, that is nothing but the code of ethics. Now let us see the pharmaceutical code of ethics. What exactly the pharmaceutical code of ethics? Generally, the pharmaceutical code of ethics or a set of standard has been formulated by the Pharmacy Council of India, that is PCI, which is formulated the code of ethics for the guidance of the pharmacist, means to guide the pharmacist proper guidance of ethical practices that should be created by the Pharmacy Council of India, and the pharmacist, because of that particular guidance, the pharmacist is having the professional conduct. They have abide to have a professional conduct, ethical professional conduct or a code of ethics. So ultimately that professional conduct of the pharmacist ensure the efficient services, and these efficient services will be in the several ways, means they are pharmacists dealing with that of the selling, means there also we required efficient services. Pharmacists dealing with that of the distribution, there also the efficient services is required. But these are the services is from that of the proper professional conduct, and which is to be formulated by the PCI. Then again for the efficient service is for the handling of the drug and medication. So in all sense, this is all the code of ethics is for the welfare of the society. That is the main and important role of formation of the pharmaceutical code of ethics. Now let us talk about the pharmacist in relation to his job. Under that, we need to have a discussion on pharmaceutical services. Pharmacists should provide an efficient and reasonably comprehensive pharmaceutical services through the medical store or a pharmacy. The second point under that is pharmacy and a drugstore. In every pharmacy drugstore, there should be qualified or competent pharmacist to have a personal control over the pharmacy. The pharmacist shall be primarily responsible for all the observation of proper standards of conduct in the connection with a drugstore. Then the very important point with respect to the pharmacy in relation to his job is the prescription or a prescription reading. Prescription presented for dispensing should not be discussed with patient. That is our ethical duty, or others, even not in the patient or with the others also, regarding their merit and demerit and their therapeutic efficacy. So this is our prime important duty. Then next point under that is the drugs and the ingredient. While dispensing the prescription, the ingredient or a drug must be weighed, measured correctly, as in case may be by the scales or measures. So we should have to properly measure and weigh when we are dispensing the medication in the hospitals specifically. Then the pharmacist should always use drug and medical preparation of standard quality. That is again the ethical duty or a moral duty of the pharmacist in relation to his job. Then the next very important point under that is the practical training. Any of the professional practitioner, they must have to take a proper training before entering into the field, because it is directly related to the healthcare profession. When it is directly related to the health of the human beings, so we should have taken the proper training related to that, and then only we can do the practices. So this is our code of ethics in relation to our pharmacist job. Let us discuss about the pharmacist in relation to his trade. The first point under that is the price structure. The prices of the drug and medicinal preparation charged from the customer should be fair and including dispensing and compounding charges without unduly taxing the purchaser. So the price structure should be fair. Then next point under that is the havoking of the drug. Havoking of the drug and medicine should not be practiced at any attempt, should not be made to collect the orders from door to door. So such kind of practice is completely prohibited. Then self-service method in pharmacy or a drugstore should not allowed. The next point under that is the fair trade practice. A pharmacist should not make any attempt to capture the business of fellow pharmacist. Also, the pharmacist trade marks, labels, symbols or any other signs of other pharmacies should not be copied or imitated. Drugs or other ingredient required should always purchase from the reputable purchaser. So, and the next point under that is the advertisement and display. There should not be any display or advertisement on the premises, in newspaper also or elsewhere, regarding the abilities and the services provided by the pharmacies. So in the advertisement and display, pharmacists should not make such kind of misleading and exaggerated kind of the advertisement or such kind of the claims related to the drug and medication, or as well as should not make a guaranteed therapeutic efficacy kind of the advertisement. Let us discuss about the pharmacist in relation to medical profession. The first point under that is not interfere with the duties of physician. But under no circumstances pharmacists should practice the medicine, that is in diagnosing the diseases and prescribing the medicine for the patient and provide the emergency first aid services to the patient as a healthcare professional. Then pharmacists should not recommend any particular medical practitioner unless specifically asked from the patient. Then never enter into any secret agreement with the physician. The medical profession, dentist, veterinary surgeon or any of the professionals, medical professionals. Then at last, pharmacists may advise the physician on pharmaceutical matter as and when required, and even because of our updated knowledge, physician always take advice when the proper treatment is necessary for the critical patient. So that is our pharmacist in relation to medical profession. Let us discuss about the pharmacist in relation to his profession. Under that, pharmacists must possess the knowledge of laws related to drugs, pharmaceutical, chemical, foods and cosmetic, specifically the updated knowledge required. Then pharmacists should not perform such acts which will bring discredit to the profession. And try to means pharmacists always try to weed out the undesirable, corrupt or dishonest conduct from the profession, because it is a very serving profession and valuable profession, and that's why we need to be have taken care about that. Now the pharmacist should consider all other pharmacists as a colleague in pharmacy profession, particular in the healthcare system. And at last, pharmacists with association with various professional organizations, they must have to be participate in many of the symposium, conferences, seminar for getting the proper update with respect to the healthcare system. And this is all about the pharmacist in relation to his profession. I think you might have understood the concept of pharmaceutical ethics through this video. So thank you very much for your patience hearing, my dear learners. So enjoy learning, happy learning, and if you like this video, kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.